What's going on, guys? Welcome back to a brand new video. I'm Chase and he's Sky, and today we're reacting to Noragami openings and endings.
And by the way, we're still pretty new to anime, so if you have any anime recommendations, please put them down in the comments down below. Be like, Chase&Sky, react to this. We'll be like, okay, we got you. Just gotta stay patient. Also, 95% of you are not subscribed. Subscribe, it's free!
Alright, let's get right into it, of Noragami Opening 1.
Play it. What, the glitch effect? Dude, look at this art style. The color schemes too, bro?
Do you think the whole anime is like this?
That'd be awesome.
Because that'd actually
honestly
be pretty cool and unique.
What was that character design? Hold on the left.
That's a cool mask.
Does she have a tail?
Oh, she does have a tail.
Dude, if the animation looks like this, that'd be hitting real. Just saying. It's like a movie set. Did she just summon guns?
Summoning in guns?
Hey, what is going on here? What?
Dude's the Rizzler?
Wow. The art style to the show is wild.
It's so unique. I don't think we've seen anything like
They
it.
put so much design into their eyes. I feel like their eyes really just popped out in this opening. Like it's like glow in the dark almost. Especially with the color scheme that they chose. It's like white and gray. Kind of like it kind of looks like a comic book, but not really a comic book. It's like like if you're wearing Skechers, like light up Skechers. That's what it looked like. So what we noticed, right, is that the main character is just like by himself, just like exploring the world a little bit, and he somehow meets these two characters, and one of them turns into a sword. I don't think we've ever seen that in an opening before, ever. That a character gets turned into a weapon. Oh no, we have. No, we have. This guy. Let's remind me of Soul Eater.
Oh yeah, that does happen to Swirl Eater, huh?
Remember the girl had the scythe, but now this character has a sword, which is him.
Do you think that's actually real, or do you think they're actually shooting a movie?
I think it has to. I think it has to be
like
real.
with the, because okay, so like for the background colors, right?
Yeah.
That could in a lot of movies, it's either a green screen or a blue screen, and blue screens have gotten really popular. Everything's blue in the background. It could be like all visual effects they're doing, like these summoning guns and stuff. They could just be shooting a movie, and that's just like visual effects.
True. We saw two characters flying up in the air and fighting, right? One has a sword and one has a gun. Does that mean that there's like unlimited like summons you can have, like different weapons you can have? Like there's like no limit whatsoever.
And is each one a person?
I mean, I would assume so. Yeah.
You just have like an army of people behind you, and you just
Like,
keep
how would...
trading out weapons over and over.
But the thing is, are they just like? Can you just summon them as like weapons, or is there like more to that?
Like armor?
Yeah, like can you have armor? Could you have like a hat, stuff like that, like clothes? I don't know. But the thing that throws me off is that the girl didn't get turned into a weapon or anything like that. She's like a cat.
Maybe her tail is another person, and like gives her powers.
That'd be pretty wild, not gonna lie. So you know how we're talking about summons, right? And like different weapons that they can have, maybe armor and stuff. So what if like her whole clothes right here is just summons? The gun, the jacket, the whip, the hat. Bro, that'd kind of be like overpowered a little bit, don't you think? Having that many summons at one time. Like, is there like actually no limit to this? It's just like you gonna have whatever you want.
I mean, because we've seen her with 2 guns and a whip.
Yeah.
So that's already 3. Like I don't see why you couldn't just have more. So talking about like different clothes and stuff you could wear that might be a summon, she has this mask, which I feel like could very easily just be a summon that gives her some kind of powers when she puts it on.
Yeah, that's another thing I was thinking about too. is that we've been talking about like armor, clothes, weapons, right? But is there more to the power than we know? Like, can you summon something to be invisible? Can you summon stuff to be like a spy? Is there like a different identity they can use? Like, how far does the power go?
True. It could be super versatile.
And another thing that's thrown me off here too is that the main character is looking like a samurai right here, like from like way back in time. This theory is kind of dark, right? It looks like he's back in time in this like samurai era, right? And he's still alive to the present. What if he's using these summons, or he's using the summons' lives span to add on to his?
Okay, that is pretty dark.
I mean, look at him. Like right here from his personality, you can tell that he doesn't care about like anything. And look at the girl, like she's like depressed. So I wonder if it's gonna be a story of like how he's gonna like redeem himself, maybe, because like the two characters that he's with, they look pretty happy and like pretty colorful, right? But I don't think they know about his past right here. The whole group of people he's with, she's not there. Another thing too, what if that mask that she's wearing, right? Or what if she's her or his psychic, right? And the mask has an eye, like a fortune teller. What if she puts it on and sees his future? That's why that could be another reason why she's depressed right here.
Just saw like something bad happen to him in the future.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why he has to change his ways, because she's like, bro, if you keep doing this over and over, something really bad's gonna happen to you, and you need to stop.
You know how we were talking about like he could possibly take people's lifespans, right? What if this is like his way of like tricking people? Is to sign a contract with them to make it seem like he's like really good and everything, and like he's going to like change the world for the better, but he betrays them and just takes the life. Just adds on to his, so they have no idea.
So the main character is just a villain, is what you're saying.
I mean, it's possible. We've seen anime with villains as the main characters, so.
Yeah, I mean that is true.
Noragami Ending 1. Play it, Chase. Way different from the opening already. Dude, I think this might be just the anime. Look at the costume to this, bro. Well, that's kind of weird. This is such a peaceful song so far. You see this trash can?
How did I not notice that?
Full thinks he's in Sesame Street, bro. This is kind of getting weird.
It almost seems like she can't see them.
I think I might have a theory.
Yeah, no, she couldn't see them.
You want to know why? Where's her tail?
Oh. So maybe you need a summon? I don't know.
But she can see them there.
Maybe it's not because of the tail.
Okay, hold on, listen. These two characters are spirits, and that's why they.
I was gonna say they're ghosts.
And that's why they get to live a long time, because they're technically not alive, right? So what if her tail is a spirit too, and with her with her tail, she can see them. So like, what if it's like a thing where they can interact with her, but can't talk to her, but when she has a tail on, she can see them. But right here at the ending, it doesn't make sense.
Yeah,
but
because she doesn't have the tail.
I was gonna say that maybe if she didn't have the tail, they would just be like memories because they're just all blue and look like they're dead. What if she goes into the spirit world, right, and like makes a contract or helps them get out of that the spirit realm or whatever, and like revives them basically? I mean, because like look, bro, throughout the whole like ending, right, she's like by herself on a mission, running for whatever reason to achieve that goal. What goal could it be? Like right here. They're back to their normal designs and they're not blue. Also, when he was in that trash can, she didn't notice him.
Yeah.
It's like they're interacting with her, but she can't hear or see them. And maybe there's like some like kind of code that they like, you know what I'm saying? Like that got her attention to help them. But the thing is, I don't know how she got like a contract or the power to be like a cat or whatever that tail thing was, right? Because we know the character with him turns into a sword, but we haven't seen a character with her that can turn into a tail. Right here in this ending, where the scene where they put the gates down and both of the characters are on different sides of the street. Like, she can't enter that part of the street, and they can't enter that part. So it's like they can't enter the world, and she can't enter the spirit realm. But it looks like she bypasses it and doesn't care, and still does it anyways. Right after the scene, right? It says that the spirit world goes this way, and she has to go that way, right? It's like she can't go that way at all. But in the ending, right after this, she goes the same way that they're going.
Do you think the spirit world is like kind of laid on top of the normal world? Like they're technically all there, but you just can't see them. They're like invisible.
I mean, that'd be a cool idea. I could see why not. Like because usually like when we think that people are dead, they either go to heaven or hell, right? What if it's like spirits that are just lost and don't know which way to go, and that's why they're stuck in the real world?
So in Harry Potter, there's like a certain wall that you can walk through.
Mm-hmm.
Like you can like start seeing magical stuff. I wonder if it's like this where this part of the city or something, they're kind of, she like gets a glimpse of that other world when the train goes by maybe, and so she knows kind of where the entrance is, and she just kind of is able to walk through it even though she's not a spirit.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I can see that. That'd be definitely be maybe
because they look pretty lonely and sad right now, so maybe they're wanting to interact with someone else.
So like we know that the character right here can summon the sword, right? Is there a way that she can summon, since they're spirits, summon them to be like weapons too, to save them basically? I don't know. That's kind of weird, isn't it?
Does that mean they can only interact with the real world if they're weapons? Like, are they technically still spirits?
I don't know at this point. I'm just so confused.
Opening 2, Noragami.
Play it, Chase.
Okay.
Is that blood everywhere?
Dude, I guess who's slaying people out? I don't know.
Our theory might be true for the first opening. Shop with a banger already, bro. There's a tail again.
There's the tail again.
Bro, I think the anime is actually like this. That's kind of awesome. There's so many more characters now. Hold on.
Oh.
She's fighting him again?
That's a massive sword.
Is he fighting with his fist? With the sword? Whoa, what? He's not confident? So, I think we were right that the power system can be, like, unlimited. Because that fool was actually just fighting with his hands. Like, I wonder if he can summon spirits to just be, like, strength upgrades. Instead of just being weapons. They're like, okay, what's your contract? These hands. You know what I'm saying? They're like, okay, understandable. So, Chase, you know how we were talking about, like, you can have more than one summon, right?
Mm-hmm.
What's behind her?
Yeah, but I thought she had 3.
But notice, she doesn't have the guns. She doesn't have a whip on her.
And who's to say a summon can't switch into more than one weapon?
Ooh, you're onto something here. Hold on.
Because she had 2 guns.
Yeah.
And then in the next scene, it was 1 gun and a whip. Like, one of the guns could have just transformed into a whip.
So that's another thing, too. Like, the guy with the fist, right? You find him at the end. Is that 2 different summons, or is that 1 summon?
I don't know.
This opening is, like, really upbeat and everything, right? But I feel like in this opening, it's like we're getting a bunch of, like, flashbacks. We're getting a bunch of, like, depressing stories, like, from this opening alone. With him, like, using the samurai days, right? And it's just, like, everybody slain. And he's on the chair, just, like, with blood everywhere. So I feel like he's just kind of regretting what he did. I don't know. I can't tell if he's a good guy or a bad guy. I can't blame her for going after him because what if he's known as like a murderer, right?
Mm-hmm.
And like taking people's lives and everything. So like, what if her objective here is to help or save the summons from him because he's like a manipulator. But another thing could be that he's regretting his past of what he did, but she doesn't know that and she doesn't care and she's just going to go after him and hunt him down. If he's like okay, so you know how we're talking about the spirit world, right? What if he can't go to the spirit world technically, but he's dead? There's like a bounty on him from the spirit world. So that's why all these spirits are in the earth, because he has no way to go. He can't go up or down, so he's in the middle. So they come from like everywhere and go to this world that he's at and hunt him down and bring him back to whatever place to get, maybe just to kill him or to capture him or to get money. Like literally anything's possible. Because that would make sense, because she's going after him with her summons, and the guy at the end had 2 summons and he's using his fists to attack him.
It also could be a revenge, like not just like they're going after him, but like it could be like their former friends or family.
I didn't know to that theory, right? So I wonder, the girl with the tail, right? What if she's like the middle ground and she's trying to communicate to everybody, be like, hey, like he didn't really do this, so we don't know what power that these characters can hold, right? What if there's a character that can just rewrite the past? It made him look like a bad guy.
Okay, bro. You know how strong of a power that'd be?
I mean, it sounds crazy, but imagine. So, you know the girl with the fortune teller mask, right? So we said that she can see into the future. What if she's alternating the future for him? He's actually a good guy, but she's making him look like a villain.
Yeah, but why would she do that?
Oh no!
If he's just a good guy, like, oh, he didn't do anything wrong.
Maybe because, like, listen, every time when he's in the samurai phase, right, she's with him. That means that he was.
That is true.
That he was from the past, right? And what if she's just like manipulating him and using him, saying like, if you don't kill these people, you cannot use me anymore, or I won't be with you, or whatever, just like to like manipulate him. But then he finally gets over it, cuts a contract with her. She wants revenge on him, so she alternates the future, and that's why all these summons are there to capture him, because they all see him as a villain.
I mean, that means you could never run from your past then, right? If they just keep coming after you.
Yeah.
Like, wouldn't you have to defend yourself and, like, fight back and maybe even kill them? So it's like a cycle that never ends. Bro, you're, like, defending yourself, you're trying to get over it, but you have to keep killing them. And...
That still makes you look like a villain because you're attacking them.
I know, exactly. You can't get away from it.
If you lay your guard down, they're going to kill you. Or capture you.
It's just a no-win scenario.
That's why I think the cat girl, right, is like the only hope that he has left. Because she has the middle ground, and it looks like she's living the real world. So what if she's like communicating to both sides, but at the same time? But what if she gets caught up and gets caught too? Or maybe she has proof that he's a good guy. I don't know.
So Sky,
yeah,
I have a question for you, but also for the comments. What do these red gates mean?
Oh.
Like, we've seen them 2 or 3 times. My theory is that they're like the gate to the spirit world. Because, like, she now has her tail, and maybe she just walked through it. I don't know. Let us know if you know what those gates are in the comments, because...
Yeah, they did show them, like, a lot. So, Chase, another theory, right? So, the girl with the mask, and she has, like, maybe, like, a special type of power. So, what if she found him, right? Or he found her. They made a contract together, because, look at this. Like, it looks like he has a terrible backstory, and that's his house. He can't even fit in, right? It looks like he has ragged clothes, and like the only thing that he has to eat is like carrots and like water. So what if she made a contract, like, if you become a samurai and hunt down these people like a hitman, we'll bring in money or work for this like association or something like that, right? Like some type of like samurai clan or like a hitman clan, right? And that's how he's making the money, and that's how you got like better clothes that we see from when he's older. The fact like he becomes a samurai, because that makes sense. He has a dark past. He wants to leave that in the past, but then she's going to alternate the future to make him look bad, or maybe like manipulate the other summons to make him look bad. So I mean, there's like so many different ways that this can go. Noragami Ending 2. Play it, Chase. Dude, these endings and openings have been so bright and like colorful. but the stories that they're telling is dark.
Dude, how is that standing up? How's Jenga standing up? Look at that. That should have fallen over. We've seen that cat a couple times.
It's so peaceful, dude. That's a long tail, bro. I didn't even like realize.
Aw, they look so happy.
There's a cat again. Is this him going through the spirit world?
Hmm.
That was really peaceful. There's no fighting
that was pretty
at
peaceful.
all.
Mm-hmm.
Redemption arc.
So, I don't know if you noticed, but this little rainbow in the sky is their colors. It's like the purple right there is for
How
her.
do you notice that?
The blue, dude, the blue's for him, and then the yellow's for the yellow-haired guy. When it comes to the girl with the tail, we were talking about how she's like half and half, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like maybe she's human with like a spirit summon, or because it makes her be able to see them. Do you think when she has that tail on, nobody can see her also? Because she's just walking on a wall.
I can see that, yeah.
Like, wouldn't people be like freaked out by that?
I don't think they can see her. Like, bro, unless like if I was a normal person just walking down, be like, excuse me, like, what is going on here? I mean, that would make sense because they're in the real world fighting and they're jumping like on like in the sky with like a bunch of guns, whips, everything, right? I mean, that would make sense that no one could see them because they're just spirits. But when she's in that form, she can see both, you know?
Also, we've seen her with this umbrella a lot. Almost every single time, even when it's not raining. Do you think that could be her summon? Like another summon she ends up getting?
Like a camouflage?
Yeah, of some kind.
Like, it could be like a really like devastating weapon, but she camouflages it as a umbrella.
Yeah, it just looks like an umbrella. Like she just walks around with it.
That'd be kind of crazy, not
But
gonna
then
lie.
like all of a sudden it's like she could be like a shield character.
Ooh.
Her umbrella, she could like open it, it could be this big shield, and he has like the sword behind her.
Okay. Yeah, I can see that.
That'd be pretty cool.
Listen, another thing too, with that summon of a sword he has, right? He was like a samurai from before, so that means he has like a lot of sword skills, right? So what if this time he actually picks like a good summon that actually has like he's like a decent human, right? Or used to be a decent human. What if he summons him, right? He's not too good of a sword like the last one, but he's using that sword or that summon as for defense only. Because it's not too sharp, you know what I'm saying?
Do you think he's done killing then?
I mean, I would assume so, yeah, because he wants to leave that in the past, since he was a samurai.
Yeah, and his sword kind of seems like a kid, right?
Yeah.
He seems younger.
Yeah.
So I could see why he also wouldn't want to like slay people out with like a kid.
True.
Like that'd be pretty dark if he tried to do something like that.
We see the main character running through like these pieces of glass, right? So what if like the glass getting shattered here is him shattering that false rumor or false future that she had set for him, and this is him like entering through the spirit world, finally getting some peace. Because at the end, it looked like he went back to like that house he had when he was a kid, which kind of made him happy. But now he's in the spirit world. Maybe it's like a bigger place for him to live. And he's finally happy with this future because he's not a villain.
Mm-hmm.
But who knows? At the end, like three of the characters are still in that world. It looked like so maybe like he proved himself worthy to travel to either place for like, whatever time he wants or needs. Same with her. Mm-hmm. I don't know. That'd be kind of interesting. You know, like going. You're like, yo, I'm about to meet up my homie. I'm gonna go to Earth, and she's like, I'm about to go to my homie's house. He's in heaven. I'll be right back.
So Sky, I actually have a different theory on what the broken glass means.
What do you think?
So he's had like a really long life, right?
Yeah.
It seems like. maybe his memory, he's lost different parts of his memory, so all these pieces of glass are like fragments of his memory, and him running right here is like running from all the bad things he's ever done. He might not even remember a lot of them.
Like he was just like brainwashed.
Yeah, he's like either brainwashed or he's like memory lost, or he's like practically a different person by now because he's had such a long life, different lifetimes. And the fond memory he remembers is when he was a little kid, before he did any of the dark stuff. He might have been alone still, but at least he had like some good memories from when he was a kid, and that's what it shows. Like he's running too.
Yeah.
And he's like running away from the dark, which was maybe all those bad memories he had before.
Man, I didn't think the show could get like that much deeper, bro. Like it seems like a really fun anime to watch, but at the same time it's like these characters are just so sad. And I feel like it just really has like the heavy storytelling from these openings and endings alone.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of intrigued. I want to like see what happens, and the art style is just really appealing to me. Like it's very unique. Like it's like a comic book like aesthetic, but it changes in every opening and ending, which is pretty awesome. So like imagine the scenes, bro. The scenes would be so. Imagine if they did a transition, right? Like halftime. It's like a comic book page flipping.
That'd be pretty cool.
That'd be pretty fire. Not gonna lie. So Chase, what was your favorite opening and ending?
I think song wise, I think opening 2 was my favorite. Yeah, it just seemed really catchy and I like the vibes a lot. And then probably for ending, I think I actually like this one the most.
I think I'm gonna have to agree with you. Because opening 2 for me is that it had a bunch of different characters, a bunch of storytelling from just watching the openings alone. And then ending 2, I feel like it just has like deep meaning of him trying to change his life around and like getting past all this like trauma he's had.
All right, and there we have it. That was Noragami Openings and Endings. If you enjoyed it, please leave a comment down below for more suggestions and like and subscribe. Sky, tell him to subscribe.
Subscribe!